What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ.
And this is No Rhyme or Tier List. What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all.
Oh, wait. No, it's No Rhyme or Reason, the tier list.
Okay, everybody. So welcome back to the show, No Rhyme or Reason. On this episode, we are going to set our tier lists eyes on a different album, and it's going to be Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. Last time we did one of Icarus Gray's favorite albums, The Cool, and now we're going to do one of my favorite albums, Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z, released in 1996. It was his debut album on Rockefeller Records. Eventually got him signed to Def Jam, and that just kind of launched off his career. He had some pretty big features on this. One of those features you don't like very much, but we'll talk about that in a second. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the tier list and talk about that, but we got some rules for engagement. So both of us must agree on the ranking. We will default to the expert in a disagreement. The song length doesn't matter in our ranking. Skits are included, right? So we could just have a great skit and that can make it on the tier list. Sales and awards don't really matter. That's enough preamble.
Pre-ramble.
It's burned.
I really want to think about your first impressions on this record. Like, what did you feel about it?
I realized the way Jay raps and puts all of his thoughts together is just so futuristic. I don't think anybody could listen to Reasonable Doubt, and while the beat can show a certain level of age, his flow doesn't. His flow is architected.
We got to do a quick spell check on that.
Architected.
It's built in a way that you can see the consistencies of what he gave all of these rappers today. In the way I think that Rakim changed everybody's flow patterns from that to the
What's in the sandwich as big as my head?
So it was an experience.
Word. Thanks for all of that.
Pre-ramble.
It's burned.
If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to check out the full episode so you can hear a lot more of our breakdown and you don't take our words so seriously. So you want to start at the top?
Let's start at the top. Let's go ahead and get this out the way because I know what you're gonna say.
All right, so here is the first single. It's called Can't Knock the Hustle, featuring your least favorite R&B singer in the world.
Chilly with enough bail money to free a big Willie.
So another thing, because this album also gave me, I'm just gonna ignore it completely, gave a lot of connections to how deep he is in the culture. So that Don DeMarco line at the end, they use in battle rap a lot, and I never knew where it came from because I hadn't listened to this album. When I got to that point, I went, "Ooh, okay, I see."
That puts him in that futuristic category, like early on. So thinking about this song, just in and of itself, I'm gonna go with F as well.
Really?
It's not that great overall as a record. It is a jam for the time. He is super futuristic on that, right? But currently, I can't rock with this. I can knock the hustle, actually. I don't think people are gonna like us because of this ranking, though. So let's do this. Politics as usual.
You know how we do.
Whew. Man,
look.
that song is fire. When I listen to that, the way he impacts the verse and like cuts very deep. There's not any extra layers to his vocal performance. There's not any, there's plenty of room given by the track. He says what he has to say that it just brings you into the record. So like Politics as Usual for me is probably an S tier.
I would have to agree. The flow is just immaculate and the beat's better. Like, cause there's a sample with a good voice on it.
All right, let's go ahead and put Politics as Usual in the S tier. Next up, and it's featuring Notorious B.I.G. It's called Brooklyn's Finest. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
Yeah, hey, yo, peep the style and the way the cops sweater.
Your face make the shell muffle. Shoot your daughter in the
Hey, wait a minute. Can we break down that line?
Yes, we can.
We're gonna shoot your daughter in the calf muscle.
In the calf muscle, which is Biggie used to say these lines that would be so against like all kinds of street politics. We don't go after your mom and the kids. That's
You're just violating.
that's the rules, man. Like, but for me, obviously it's an S because I mean I'm not. No, listen, we know how I feel about Big. So
Unfortunately, I can't agree with that.
well, where are we going?
For me, on this record, I believe this is a C tier because although this has historical value, right? It's good for history's sake, but it's not the best record.
Okay, I can see it.
So I would downgrade this from an S to a C is a huge downgrade. So like maybe a B.
B for Big.
I'm glad we know how to use our letters. All right, so the next one, right? This is the infamous Nas record that was sampled.
Presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me.
Fuego.
You ranked first last time, so I'll rank right now. So when I think about this record, it is not in the top category of the records that I listened to on this album. So ultimately, Dead Presidents for me fits into I would say like a B tier.
I agree.
I think it's gonna be A actually because it's better than Brooklyn's Finest for me.
I would still agree with either assessment because the thing that I think Jay-Z does with Dead Presidents too, something he did throughout his career, especially like when he did the Pump It Up beat, the cultural relevancy that it has stands tall because of his uniqueness on the track. Like it's the invention of take somebody's track and make it your own in a certain way to me.
So I'm gonna move this up to A, and we're gonna stay with A. Moving up next is Feeling It featuring Mecca. I believe Mecca's on the hook. And so yeah, let's take a listen.
Nah, 6 and
First of all, way better vocals than Can't Knock the Hustle. There's some lyrics in there that he still echoes to this day, right? Like, take care of your people, and if your people rich, you gonna be rich. So I feel that, no pun intended.
This song to me is either an A or S, and here's the reason. So obviously we know that Lupe is my favorite artist.
We know.
This is one of them songs that I know Lupe was listening to and modeled his style after.
Yeah, I can feel that again. And I'll put it in A. This one is one that we mentioned. Let's check it out.
9 to 5 is how you survive. I ain't trying to survive, I'm trying to live it to the limit and love it alive.
That is one of my favorite lines on this record. Here's the problem though. I love this song, but I cannot put it in the S tier because there are other songs that I love more.
Okay, well,
What do you think?
Bro, it's a S for me. I think my favorite song early on the album. When you're expressing the duality of the streets and everything, you know that that's a big thing for me. When you're talking about the ins and the outs of what it is to live in that. And I think he articulates it so well on this song. It's just, it's masterclass for me.
No, I think you've kind of convinced me. So let's move it up to S.
Hey,
You mean S?
not S.
So let's go to the next one, 22 Twos, which is kind of like a skit, but yeah, it is also a record.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
So the lyrical use of the number 2 here, I feel like is absolutely masterful, and that's why I feel like it gets an S tier. And we see this echoed again when his protege Kanye West drops 2 words on the College Dropout.
And I'm gonna have to agree. The skit that's in the middle of the song is just hilarious, but also like adds this really just hip hop feel. I think that's just art imitating life in the middle, for real, in the middle of this song.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the S tier. This is one of my favorite tracks on the record. So I mean, automatic S.
That's what,
quite honestly.
That's what I figured. I wouldn't even go give it no space. But I think it's one of those songs, man. Like when you hear that beat, you get that feeling. I don't know. It's just one of those, like, seeing how many people he inspires.
This record is one of the ones that super impactful for me. As a lyricist, I got a lot from it. I love the Isaac Hayes that's sampled. So let's keep rolling through this. We won't play as long as sections on these records. And this next one, Ain't No Nigga, featuring Foxy Brown.
For me, I give it a C. Only because in an album for lyricists, this is one of those. This is the single. But for me, it's a great song. I just don't consider it as, even though it has, one of the Dawn daughter, Foxy Brown, on it.
And I'm probably gonna go with my gut and put it in a C. All right, next up, friend or foe.
Friend or foe, yo, state your biz. You tend to know? There it is. Me, I run.
I can already tell where this is going. I feel like this is a D.
Really? I was at least gonna give it a C because it's one of those just rappy raps.
The beat is is everything, but like this is a D for me.
Tremendous silence.
Listen, I thought you were still going, so I'm like listening. I checked my phone real quick, and yeah.
Gotta come to a consensus. This is gonna be a C or D. So here's Coming of Age, Jay-Z's kind of right hand.
S.
Right, Jay-Z's right hand.
S.
Memphis Bleak.
Yeah. Come experience.
Oh man. This is where we're gonna hopefully just disagree. I'm gonna put this at a C.
You don't like Bleak?
And it has nothing to do with Memphis Bleak. I get the purpose of the song, but for me, I can't put it in an S tier. It's not better than all the records that I have up there in S tier.
Let's average the B then.
By far.
I think it's still one of those good features. It's not a bad feature. I think it's above just a single to be a single.
But anyway,
yeah.
Cashmere Thoughts is the next one up. Let's take a listen. So I'm gonna immediately tell you that this is a C for me.
Oof. I can see it. I can feel it. I can agree.
I'm surprised by that because it's just a rap, right? It's not really a song. So I'm gonna put this in the C block. Bring It On, featuring Big Jazz, Sauce Money.
We swing, you cling, we do our thing and bring sling and ding-a-ling from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn to Beijing.
Whatever, nigga, fuck Nougat.
So for me, this gave strong Wu-Tang vibes for me, even though there were no one from the clan on this record. It's a nice feature to where the features don't fall all the way off instead of like Farfignugan. Like it's such a. Are you looking up Farfignugan?
Yeah,
Farfignugan.
It means driving enjoyment in English.
I got an A or a B. You don't like them features, dude.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of this one. And so I'm gonna put it in the C. 2 more. Regrets.
Stress.
Triangles.
For this song, I have it at a B for for me. It's one of the songs that I think I would listen to kind of get myself together about like living with no regrets. It's just a great song. Like, not to pause or make bad video, but it's a great song in the sense that it just feels good.
I'm leaning towards a C as well.
Oh, as well.
Definitely not as well, but I'm leaning towards a C. But yeah, I think B. It warrants a B.
Hey, look at me changing the minds of youth.
You mean B?
All my niggas that say pause after they say some fucked up shit. Rock on.
And that's what I was going to get at when it was talking about futuristic. It was like all black Air Force Ones, but I misheard that. And then the pause thing, like, yo. So where would you put this?
The second one, I mean, it doesn't hit the same way as the first one does. So I'm like, I gotta beat that thing because it's still a good song and it's funny.
This just sounds like a tacked on bonus track. So I'm gonna go with a D.
Oh, we can go with a D. That's fine.
That is about it for this particular episode.
If you enjoyed this video, consider going and doing your own tier list. If you disagree with us, let us know down in the comments. Make sure you like the video, hit subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you can be notified for all of the videos that we do at No Rhyme or Reason. If you want extended content, there will be a link down in the description for the full episode if you need more. You want more? We'll give you more. A 1 and a 2 and peace.